Happy Friday.
Yes, it's Friday. Thank goodness, huh?
Yes.
Well, land development. Have you ever talked about land development and really thought about it? It's exciting. You're building, you're growing, you're doing all this stuff.
Right. And no, land is a precious commodity at times too.
Right, very precious. What we're talking about today is your most important real estate, your land development in a sense. And what is that?
Your brain.
Your mind, your brain,
mind.
yes. And controlling that most important real estate that you have in life. If you allow someone else to control it, then really it's not your life.
Right.
So how do you take it
Then
back?
you're just a renter.
You're a renter. That's a good way to, you're leasing the area. So what if instead that you took it back? So what I'm talking about, what we're talking about is the voices from our past, the things that maybe opinions that people have given you, things that people have said, maybe something you thought on the news. All these things can take up real estate in your mind.
Right. And it may be right, may be wrong, right?
Right. It may help you to move forward in life. It may keep you exactly where you are today and not allow you to grow anymore. So.
And some of the negative things that you may have captured
Exactly.
could just all be, wrong information.
Right. So the voices that we hear from the past are generally significant people in our lives who are so important to us and that we value their opinion, whether it's good or bad, whether it serves us or whether it holds us back. We hold on to their opinion. So these words turn into thoughts, which are actually little seeds that are planted in our minds, which can grow into these big things in life.
Yeah, it could be a weed, it could be an oak tree.
Right, exactly. That's a good way. I didn't even think of that. That's a very good way to say it. Are you growing an oak tree? Or are you growing weeds in your mind? So what voices do you hear from the past that are telling you to move forward, or maybe they're telling you to hold back and get comfy and don't do that.
Right.
It might be scary.
That's true. Which isn't good. You're not experiencing life.
Exactly. So oftentimes it's our parents' voices we hear, it's friends, it's, even the movie Mean Girls and how they were so mean to Lindsay Lohan.
Right.
Those voices can be very, very painful and hurtful, and they stick with you.
Right. Good morning, Anthony. I think we're about the same time zone today, this Friday as well. We're
Yes, we are.
6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time today.
Yes. So good morning, Anthony. Nice to be up with you so bright and early. So what are the things that were said to you that guide you in life? What are the things that you hear when you try to go towards something in life? What are those voices that you hear that are going towards, if you go out on a limb and you're trying to go after something, what are the voices that are stopping you or propelling you forward? Generally, a mentor or a coach, those are going to be propelling you forward. Whereas old voices from the past that were hurtful or kept you back, those will keep you back. I like how deeply you're thinking. What are you thinking of?
Go ahead, I'm with you.
So our subconscious mind takes those little seeds and allows them to chart a course to something or away from something. And we have to figure out what we're allowing us to steer our ship in a sense. Are you the captain, or are you allowing those thoughts to be the captain?
Right.
So think about this. Our mind has 70,000 thoughts per day on average. I mean, scientists say,
last week I think it was 40 to 70,000.
Right, and then you hear 40 to 90. So there's so many. But the thing about it is most are found and developed within the subconscious. And then 90% are in the subconscious, whereas the conscious mind counts for only about 10% of those. So your subconscious is steering you, meaning you're fully with it, but in the back of your mind, all these thoughts and things are steering you.
Right, and that's something, when we were raising our kids, we always talked about the mind's eye.
The mind's eye.
Whatever you're looking at, it's filling up your mind with all that information.
Yes. So the subconscious mind takes the thoughts and then and then files them away. So all these things from childhood are filed away. And the funny thing that I like to look at when they talk about a file drawer, that movie Bruce Almighty?
Oh, with Jim Carrey and Morgan Freeman.
Yes. Okay. The point when he's standing in that it's a big white room. It's a big warehouse room. And I think at that point he said to him, well, what have I done wrong in life? Because he thought overall he was pretty good. And Morgan Freeman says, go over there, and he opens, and I could have some of the details wrong, but he opens that drawer, the big file drawer, and it looks like a normal filing case. And he pops that little button. If you've ever had the older ones, I wonder if they even make them anymore.
The old steel ones, yeah.
Right, but he pops it.
It's called a server.
Computer?
It's
Yeah.
on a server now.
So, okay, well, let's go back to that. So he pops that, and he goes to pull the handle. It shoots him back of all the things that he's done wrong in his life, and he's thrown against the wall, and he's like, oh my gosh, what is this? That's kind of like our subconscious. It is so packed with words that people have said, situations we've been in, things that have hurt us, things that have grown us, deep losses, tragedies. All these things in our life is in that drawer within our mind, and that guides us through the day.
Right. Yeah, and you need to capture those, and that's like you're saying, that's what's steering us. Do you want to be able to drive that? Let's call it the Shelby Mustang. Is it Shelby Mustang? Would you rather drive a Shelby Mustang, have complete control?
I think it's just a Shelby because it doesn't need the end.
All right, have control and all that power within yourself, or would you rather have a Tesla drive you down the road by yourself? Mm-hmm. Now, if you want to capture your thoughts, take that Shelby and really enjoy it.
Right.
And if you really are wondering, what the Shelby's all about, there's a movie out there.
Oh, that's such a
Ford
great
versus
movie.
Ferrari. Unbelievable movie.
Phenomenal movie. Being that we grew up in Detroit, Motor City, we really connected with it because they would show things of Detroit, and we connected with that. So like our minds, we have certain statements, actions, emotions that we feel based on the things that we have gone through in life. So what are those for you? When we try to, when that drawer is opened, in a sense, when someone says something to us, it triggers that drawer, and that drawer throws us back into that statement or that time in our life, whatever it is.
Right, and it may be still in your self-conscious, and you're not even aware where it's going to steer you.
But you'll stop, yes.
Right.
So I know I have a friend who, when she was growing up, was yelled at for anything she would do. So now she's afraid to make decisions, any type of decisions, because she's afraid she's going to be wrong. So what are those little triggers? Start to notice them when you start to, when you look at something, and it's really like a spontaneous, I don't know, like if we said today, we're going to the Grand Canyon, and I said, oh, I'm afraid of the Grand Canyon, I'm afraid of the edge because so-and-so fell off, and, all these different things. What is the trigger?
Did you see the smile
those?
when she said Grand Canyon? I like the Grand Canyon.
He loves the Grand Canyon. But that would be it. Or if someone says, I want you to speak on stage, and you had this horrible thing that happened, and it could have been nothing. It could have been that you felt like you did a horrible job speaking on stage, but it's triggering your mind to say, stay safe, don't do it, step back, let someone else do it.
Right.
So, what are you smiling at?
Now I'm thinking about the one time I was addressing a group of cruise line executives, and I didn't realize that I had a bit of a wardrobe malfunction, which wasn't bad. It was actually my pant leg was stuck up in my sock, so it was halfway off my calf. But I didn't realize it until afterwards, and a couple of people were looking at me funny and sort of like glancing down at my shoes. I didn't understand why. But no, I survived.
It is funny because you walk away and go, oh man, but who cares? We're human. We are supposed to make mistakes.
And how many of them noticed it and didn't notice? Who knows?
And they probably thought, I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You live another day. So many of those things stop us, and I'm so embarrassed that happened to me. I can't possibly do it again. What next will happen? Allow yourself to laugh at it. Allow yourself to laugh at the situations that we go through. We are allowed to be human, and we're going to go through this human, life and do things that are silly, they're funny, they're, and a lot of times we call them stupid. They're learning things. It's okay.
No one's perfect on this world.
Yes. So for me, how do I get through that? And there's little tricks that you can do to teach yourself to recognize these things and move on. For me, I work every morning in the I Am Journal. And if you haven't read that, it's a book that I put out, and it goes through steps, and we'll get to that later. But the other thing I do is called the Artist Pages, and it is a phenomenal practice. It's a matter of getting up in the morning, and it's called Morning Pages, and you do a brain dump. And what happens is imagine this: if you go up to a place, your a vacation house or something, or you go visit someone, and the water hasn't been turned on in years. You turn it on and it's all cloudy, it's dirty. You wouldn't even think of drinking it, showering in it, nothing. But what happens when you let it run for a while? It gets clear and everything, it's a beautiful water. Then you can take a drink. It's the same thing with your mind when you get up in the morning. You're full of all these ideas, all the things you have to do to take the dog out, go to the Grand Canyon, go grocery shopping, all these different things in life. And they're all swirling around. When you dump it, you allow that cloudiness to go away and you allow yourself then to, get clear on your day.
Free thinking.
Free thinking. And it's a matter of dumping it, putting in the drawer, don't even look at it again. Don't show anyone else. It's getting all the crud out, allowing yourself to move on in the day. So I love that practice. The other thing is time with God. That is so amazing because you see what he's trying to tell you. You see the different things that other people have gone through, the mistakes they've made. Mm-hmm. You want a great novel? Read the Bible. There's so much in there. We're in Genesis right now, and Isaac and Jacob and all these things. Now Rebecca has come in, Laban has come in, and all the trickery they do to one another and the deceit in that. You can see it all and allow yourself to learn from it and then grow from there.
Right.
Love that. I love just
You're
learning.
in Genesis, I am in James.
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning rules.
Two really good books. I don't think there's, not a good book, but there's a couple tough ones. Numbers in that can get tough. But have you ever gone to a movie with a friend and you walked away from the movie? One of you liked it. One of you said, "What was that?" We all have different things that trigger us. What are you laughing at?
It's funny that you use this as an example.
Uh-huh.
Years ago, we watched a movie together. It was called Grand Canyon.
Oh,
I loved it. You thought it was horrendous.
Like, what was that?
Yeah.
I couldn't connect. So
I think Steve Martin was in that one.
I can't even remember. See, I blacked it out. But we all have a different position in life, a different way of appreciating life and what's going on in life. And we have different things that plant the seeds in our brain.
That's right.
So it is amazing. So it's your life. You can control the thoughts, and your mind is like a muscle. When you start to control the thoughts in your mind and you allow yourself to learn from certain situations, to take people's opinion, and if it serves you, take it in. If it doesn't, release it.
Right.
So,
and remember what you're feeding and what you're watching, what you're reading, what you're listening to. That's all filtering in and going into your subconscious. It's either going to be strengthening what you have in your subconscious, or you're going to be building on it, or you're going to be just feeding into the negativity. So be careful what you're watching and reading, and just move forward from there.
Right. So,
and like Ann said, do the journaling and brain dumping.
Yeah, that's so important. And then you have to move your body. You have to get all that crud out, just like, the brain dump. Get it out, move your body. So especially when you go through these moments in time of that being stuck in that situation, if you sit there and, dwell on it, it gets stuck. It implants. It starts, gaining roots, and the roots start going deep. So you have to get them out.
Right.
So you're in charge of your set point in life. Here it is. This is where you are. Do you want to go forward or do you want to stay back? So your thoughts are your thoughts. You're allowed to decide what you're letting in and what you're releasing. So there's so many things that you can do. For instance, sit in your closet and just breathe and allow it to go. I mean, it's so simple. And if you've ever done breath work, or if you haven't, you can Google it. There's so much out there about how breath work allows you to release.
Right. There's an app actually that I have that I just used on the plane last night. It was called Heart Math. It's it's a breathing technique. It's a good little app.
And it forces you to calm. Not forces you, but allows you to calm.
Right.
Yeah, it's good stuff. So remember, less is more in so many areas of life. So we need to get rid of those things that aren't serving us, whatever they are. I had a teacher say something to me in 8th grade, and I remember it clear as day, and I remember looking at him. But it was a matter of taking that thought and really handing it back to him, letting him take it. It's not for me, it's for him. So, and different things that people have said to us in life. Good morning, Cousin Kathy. So it's the things in life that serve you, hold on tight to them. The things that don't, release them and let them go.
Right.
So we can start with, did you have something?
No, I was going to say that Anthony mentioned that the church he grew up in was called Thought Dump, I think I just read, instead of Brain Dump.
Wow, I like that too. It's the same thing. It's good. So I created the I Am Journey to get you on your way, to allow you to control those thoughts, to take back the real estate in your head, to take back your most valuable real estate in life. So, and I don't think a lot of people realize that they allow themselves to go through this and hold on to so many things. Let it go. So the I Am Journal helps you do that. It helps you pinpoint. It helps you take, first of all, it starts with personal development. How are you growing your mind? You're forcing things out. So how are you growing it? What are you feeding into your mind every day? And I know we're very good about that. Feeding into the mind, growing it. The next one are acts of kindness. This makes you get out of your seat and do something for someone else. And it can be to send an email, a note to someone, whatever it is. Let them know that you appreciate them. And I can't tell you how good that makes other people feel.
Right.
And this could be a mentor. This could be someone who doesn't even know you on the internet, who you are following and who you appreciate and who you strive to be.
Right.
So it could be anything.
Or it could be, an ex-neighbor like Angie.
Yes, it could
And her
be.
kids.
Yes. The other one are goals for the day. Pick 2 goals that you're going after and go after them. Just one step. And we always say 1 axe to a massive oak tree every day. 1 axe swing will eventually bring that down. So when is the best time to start to go after that goal?
Today.
Right now, yes. The next one is truths. Start to learn the truths about yourself and start to take those little seedlings that are producing these negative thoughts. Maybe parents have said, friends have said, take those seedlings and, crush those and put new ones in. The truths in life, the I ams, and take your I am statements and own who you are. The next one.
Go ahead.
Celebrate gratitude. And gratitude, again, when you wake up in the morning and do that brain dump, the gratitude will change everything. Thank you for allowing me to have this breath in my lungs. Thank you for my house. Thank you for that great sleep. Thank you for, and the future ones, thank you for the job I'm going to get. Thank you for the people I'm going to meet today.
Thank you for my wife.
Yes, thank you for my husband. So all these different things that we can be thankful for, it allows the mind to say, look at all I've got, instead of what I don't have.
Right.
Coming in from a lack, a place of abundance rather than a place of lack. The last one is journal. Take that time to journal and just kind of brain dump and allow yourself to get rid of what you don't need and allow yourself to take in what you do.
But I don't have time to journal.
Yes, you do. You have 5 minutes. And I think that is one thing that the busyness of the world, to slow down, give yourself 15 minutes a day. And again, the artist way, it's called with the morning pages, 15 minutes a day. It's not much. So
I agree.
So make it a great day today. We'd love to know what you're doing. Drop a 1 in the chat and let us know. Are you doing something like this, or are you just running through the day? Are you taking hold of your thoughts, or are you holding on to your
right?
Or
I like the other one that people say, I'm planning to start that on next week.
Start it now. Take the step now. What is one step you're taking? And we don't need to know what it is. Just drop a 1 in the chat and say, yes, I'm taking 1 step today. So make it an amazing day today. Do you have anything to add?
I think that's it. I think we may be able to see the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, there we go. But have a great day. We're excited to see what you're up to, and let us know. Drop it in the chat again. Let us know what you're up to. Let us hear what you're doing. Stepping forward. Just say 1. I'm stepping forward. 1. I'm releasing all these, all these crappy things that don't serve me. So hold on to your great real estate. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye-bye.